The hum of the machinery was the soundtrack to my life for 2 years. 2 years spent thousands of miles away from home. From her, every drop of sweat, every sleepless night, every missed holiday. It was all for a single purpose. To build a better future for us. I'd look at a picture, her smiling face taped to my worn-out locker, and tell myself, just a little longer. It'll all be worth it. I remembered the day I finally booked my flight home. It was a surprise. I imagined her face, the shock turning into tears of joy. I pictured myself walking through that door, dropping my bags, and just holding her, breathing in the scent of home I'd missed so dearly. I spent the entire 14-hour flight rehearsing what I would say, my heart thumping like a drum against my ribs. I landed late at night, the city lights a familiar, welcome sight. The taxi ride felt like an eternity. I finally stood in front of our door, the key feeling foreign in my hand after so long. I took a deep breath, turned the lock as quietly as I could, and stepped inside. The house was dark, silent. I tiptoed towards our bedroom, my bag still on my shoulder, a goofy grin plastered on my face. But the silence was broken by a sound that didn't belong. A man's voice, a low murmur from our bedroom. My blood ran cold. My grin vanished. Every muscle in my body tensed up. For a moment, I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. My mind was screaming, "No, it can't be. You're just tired. You're hearing things." I pushed the door open just a crack, and there, in the soft glow of the bedside lamp, my world shattered into a million pieces. She wasn't alone. In our bed, the bed I had built with my own hands before I left. The future I had been breaking my back for, day in and day out, evaporated in that single, soul-crushing instant. Primera. Sa. W. It all. The betrayal was a physical blow, knocking the air from my lungs. I didn't storm in. I didn't shout. I didn't make a sound. I felt nothing. A complete, hollow emptiness where my heart used to be. I quietly backed away, closed the door with a click that sounded like a gunshot in the silence, and walked out of the house. I left my bags on the porch, the ones filled with gifts I'd so carefully chosen for her. I walked all night, aimlessly. The city that was once my home now felt like a foreign land. Every brick, every street corner seemed to mock me. 2 years of sacrifice. For what? For a memory, for a dream that was never real. The pain didn't come in waves. It was a constant, crushing weight. It's the kind of heartbreak that doesn't just break your heart. It rewires your soul. People talk about getting over things, about time healing all wounds. But some wounds don't heal. They just become a part of you. This story isn't for pity. It is a reminder that sometimes the greatest sacrifices we make are for people who do you and deserve them. And sometimes the quietest goodbyes are the most painful. If you're going through something similar, please know you are not alone. It's okay to feel broken. It's okay to ask for help. Talk to a friend, a family member, or a professional. Your pain is valid. Thank you for listening. I asked her to end it. She said she would. She promised, but promises mean nothing when trust is broken. I asked her to block him. She hesitated. That hesitation hurt more than the affair. Because if she truly regretted it, she wouldn't hesitate. She wouldn't protect him. She wouldn't defend him. She wouldn't mourn him. But she did. And that told me she wasn't just losing a mistake. She was losing someone she loved. And that broke me all over again. The hardest part wasn't my pain. It was the thought of my children. What would happen to them? How would this affect them? Would they grow up in a broken home? Would they blame themselves? Would they feel abandoned? Would they lose respect for their parents? Would they lose faith in love? The thought crushed me. I didn't want to destroy their world. But my world was already destroyed, and I had to choose. Stay in a broken marriage, or leave to save myself. People always say, forgive. People make mistakes. Marriage is about compromise. Think about the children. And I did. I thought about all of it. I thought about forgiveness. I thought about counseling. I thought about second chances. I thought about rebuilding, but then I asked myself one simple question. If I stay, can I ever trust her again? And the honest answer was no. I would always wonder where she was, who she was with, who she was texting, who she was thinking about. I would live in constant anxiety, constant doubt, constant fear. That's not love. That's torture. And I realized something important. Forgiveness does not mean staying, and love does not mean sacrificing your self-respect. I told her I couldn't continue the marriage. Not because I didn't love her, but because I loved myself too. She cried. She begged. She apologized. She promised to change. She promised to be better. She promised everything, but some promises come too late. Some apologies arrive after the damage is done. Some mistakes cannot be undone, and some betrayals change you forever. I filed for separation, then divorce. Not out of anger, not out of revenge, but out of self-preservation. Starting over wasn't easy. I had to rebuild my life from scratch. New home, new routine, new reality. I still worked overseas, but now I worked with a broken heart. I went to therapy. I started journaling. I started exercising. I started focusing on myself, not because I wanted to forget her, but because I needed to survive. There were nights I cried myself to sleep. There were days I couldn't get out of bed. There were moments I questioned my worth. But slowly, very slowly, I began to heal. Healing is not linear. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel weak. Some days you feel hopeful. Some days you feel broken. Some days you feel free. Some days you feel trapped by memories. But over time, the pain softens. The wounds close. The scars remain, but they no longer bleed. I stopped blaming myself. I stopped questioning my worth. I stopped wondering, what if I accepted the truth? Her cheating was not a reflection of my value. It was a reflection of her choices. Walking away was the hardest decision of my life, but it was also the strongest. Because staying would have meant accepting disrespect, accepting lies, accepting betrayal, accepting pain. Leaving meant choosing peace, choosing dignity, choosing healing, choosing myself. And for the first time in a long time, I felt something I hadn't felt in months. Relief. Not happiness, not joy, but relief. The relief of no longer living in doubt. The relief of no longer being lied to. The relief of no longer begging for honesty. The relief of choosing myself. Life after betrayal is not easy, but it is possible. I rebuilt my relationship with my children. I focused on being the best father I could be. I learned to love myself again. I learned to trust myself again. I learned to believe in love again, slowly, carefully, cautiously. I didn't rush into new relationships. I didn't seek revenge. I didn't try to prove anything. I simply focused on healing and growth and peace. Here's what betrayal taught me. 1. Love alone is not enough without loyalty. 2. Sacrifice means nothing without respect. 3. Trust once broken is not easily repaired. 4. Forgiveness is powerful, but self-respect is essential. 5. Staying in pain is not the same as fighting for love. 6. Walking away can be an act of courage, not failure. 7. Healing begins when you stop blaming yourself. 8. You are not responsible for someone else's choices. 9. You deserve honesty, loyalty, and peace. 10. Your worth is not defined by someone else's betrayal. If you're watching this, and you've been betrayed, cheated on, lied to, gaslighted, abandoned, please hear this. You are not weak for loving deeply. You are not foolish for trusting fully. You are not broken beyond repair. You are human. And pain does not define you. Your response to pain defines you. Whether you choose to forgive, or walk away, or start over. Make sure your choice protects your peace. Make sure your choice honors your self-respect. Make sure your choice heals you, not hurts you.